Hello and welcome to another episode of my Productivity Mastery series. My name is Carl Pullein and this week I want to talk to you about the power of a 30-day challenge. Now, what is a 30-day challenge? Well, essentially the 30-day challenge is 30 straight days where you do something that you want to do. Now, this could be 30 straight days of exercise, or 30 straight days of drinking 2 liters of water, or 30 straight days of taking your multivitamin pill. It could be pretty much anything you want. For example, another one might be 30 days where you just eat salad for dinner, lunch, or something. So a 30-day challenge can be very powerful because what it does do is it changes a should do into a must do, because if you've got to do it for 30 straight days, that means there's no excuses. You have got to find the time. Now, I've recently been doing a 30-day challenge. I've actually done 2 30-day challenges since August. Now, the first one was an exercise 30-day challenge. I decided that I was going to do 30 straight days of exercise. Now, the reason behind that was since March, when here in Korea we went into kind of a semi-lockdown, my gym closed down and I wasn't getting out of the house as much as I would like to have done. So my activity levels dropped quite significantly. Now I have an Apple Watch which measures my active calories per day, and it dropped by about 300 to 400 calories, active calories per day. Now that's not good, because over a period of time, that's going to start putting weight on down here in the belly region. And for me, that's not good. So I decided I need to change this. I need to get back into the zone. So I decided in August that I would do a 30-day challenge. Now, what I decided to do was I needed to set the parameters, because you can say I'm going to do 30 days exercise or 30 days of exercise, and if you don't set any parameters, then you are going to cheat. So my parameters was, it was a minimum of 20 minutes of active exercise, either doing some dumbbells work or doing some high impact training or going for a run. Now, if I decided to go for a walk, now simply because I just ran out of time in the day, then that walk had to be an intentional walk, and it had to be a minimum of 30 minutes. So I set the parameters. This was 20 minutes of active intense exercise or 30 minutes of intentional walking. That was my parameters. On August the 1st, I started doing it. Now, the first 7 days are actually the toughest. I should warn you there, the first 7 days are tough, because you haven't built up a great deal of length, if you like. You don't have very many days behind you. And this goes to the Seinfeld system of don't break the chain. However, when you reach day 10, it starts to become increasingly harder not to do it or to find excuses. Day 15, which means you're halfway, well, that changes everything, because now you've got halfway and it's downhill from there. But to be honest with you, by the time I'd got to day 10, it was so much easier. It was almost becoming a habit. 2 o'clock came, it was right, what am I going to do today? And I would do the exercise. Now, I did plan it out in my calendar, because remember, I had to find that 30 minutes, that 20 to 30 minutes every single day to do the exercise. Now then, when it got to the end of the month, I felt fantastic. I felt brilliant. So I took a day off. August the 31st was a rest day. And then on September the 1st, I decided I was going to do a 30-day challenge of a minimum of 50 push-ups every single day for 30 days. And once again, I managed to do that, even though at the end of September, I had a mini break over on the East Coast and I was out of my normal environment. However, by then I was on like day 26, day 27. There was no way I was going to stop doing it. So I was in this guest hotel and I was doing my 50 push-ups every single day. So the key here is to turn a should do into a must do. Now, this is really powerful, because by turning a must into a should, you are not only achieving a challenge, but several things are happening here. The first, you are developing your self-discipline. Now, for anyone out there, self-discipline is like a muscle. You need to exercise it. So the more you exercise your self-discipline, the stronger your self-discipline gets. So this could be as simple. If you feel that you're not a very disciplined person, one of the best ways to start a 30-day challenge is say, right, 30-day challenge, I'm going to make my bed every single morning. Now that might take you, say, a minute or 2 minutes or maybe 3 minutes to make your bed every morning, but it's developing that self-discipline muscle. Now, when it comes to another reason here is we all have a lot of I know I should do's. We all have them, but we never seem to get round to doing them. Well, changing that by turning it into a 30-day challenge, you now have a must. Now this must happen. So you've got to find the time every day for whatever it is that you want to do. It must happen. So it could be, I'm going to write 2 paragraphs in a journal every day for 30 days. Something like that. So when are you going to do it? Are you going to do it first thing in the morning or last thing at night? No matter what, you've got to do it. It is now a must do. And these are so powerful because what's happening is not only are you developing your self-discipline, but you are also developing a habit. Now, since I've got to the end of September, we're now in October when I'm recording this, I feel lost if I don't have an exercise plan for the day. Whether it is just to go out for a 30-minute walk or whether it's to do 50 push-ups, it doesn't matter. Without that now in my life, I actually feel completely lost. And at the end of the day, if I haven't done it, I feel incredibly guilty. So much so, I'm likely to jump down and do 50 push-ups before I jump into bed. So one of the things I really wanted to stress, if there's anything that you have in your life that you feel you should be doing but are not doing, then turn it into a 30-day challenge. Now, 30-day challenges do not have to start at the beginning of the month. You can start this whenever you watch this video. You can now sit back and think, what would I like to do? What would I like to change as should? What should I change into a must? And start tomorrow. 30-day challenge. Now, the key is don't try and bite off more than you can chew. Start small. Set a low-ish parameter so that even on those most busiest of days, you will be able to do it. That's the key. But I strongly suggest that if there's anything that you have in your life that you feel that you should be doing but are not doing, for whatever reason, then try doing a 30-day challenge. There's always a way of turning it into a must do, and once it's a must do, you have to use your calendar, you have to make sure it happens, and you can feel so good at the end of the 30 days. So that's what I wanted to share with you this week. Hopefully you've got some value from this. If you have any questions at all, then please add them into the comment section below and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. And it just remains for me now to wish you all a very, very productive week. Hello, thank you very much for watching my videos. Now I have something exciting to tell you about. Recently I have developed a brand new time management system. It's a system designed to manage your time in the 21st century. The world has changed a lot over the last 20 years. In fact, it's actually changed a lot this year. And what we need now is a system, a time management system that is very easy to use, easy to maintain, so that you can spend more of your time doing the work. And that's what the time sector system is all about. It's going to change your whole belief system about the way a time management system should work, because this focuses on when you are going to do the task. And let's be honest, it doesn't matter how motivated, inspired, or how urgent something is. If you don't have time to do it, it is never going to get done. And that's what this system is built around, getting your work done, so you can spend more of your time doing the things that you want to do. I hope you join me in this course. The full details of the course are in the show notes below, so please join me, and thank you very much for watching this brief video.